Alrighty guys, getting to be late Sunday afternoon and I'm trying to clean up after doing my water changes on the 38, and I'm trying real hard to stop calling it a 40. I went ahead and put in the new bigger filter. So this is the Aqueon 75, and this bad boy is massive. Unfortunately, it's a little bit noisier than I'd like it to be. I'm hoping that it quiets down a little bit, not the splashing, but there's a little bit of humming to it right now. I'm hoping that it seems to be getting quieter, so I'm hoping that motor just works itself in a little bit and gets to be a little bit quieter. No real changes inside the tank, but things are looking well. I pulled this rock out so I could clean underneath it and level the gravel out because my cucumber was underneath it, and wherever he's at makes a nice pile of crushed coral. Everything is opening up and looking really well, especially my hammer. Lately he's been really flaring out big, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. Alright, so nothing real new in here, just kind of watching everything. Lots of growth on these A-cans lately. Not sure I'll be able to pick up new heads completely around this guy. When I bought him he was a single head. Now if he went 360 around him, he's got new heads coming out, so pretty impressed with that. Same thing with this guy here, new heads all the way around, and new heads coming out on this one also. I don't know if I could get it, but right down inside there's just the newest, dang it, just the newest little head down there. I don't think I can get it, but oh well. These days I'm going to have to hire someone that can hold a camera still, huh? Good thing I'm not a surgeon. Yeah, a lot of people with some unhappy scars. Alright, so getting better. I've got a lot of new things coming this week. Don't want to say what they all are, but big cleanup, new cleanup crew, and some new livestock. So I will put those in this week and hopefully have a new video in a week or so. Thanks guys. Alright guys, so my order just arrived from Reef Raft USA, a reef company out of Garden Grove, California. So let's kick in the box and see what it is we got. I already cut the top open to kind of save us from watching that. Kind of check out how the packaging looked. So not bad. Some heat packs up there because it is nice and cold, rainy day. And let's see what's inside here, huh? Should be 3 fish and a whole lot of snails. There they are. Good looking size fish. All look to be alive so far. We'll crack these bags open, get them in the buckets, and show you what we got. Alrighty guys, so everybody is out of the box and the bags and in some buckets acclimating. So we got some mixed snails for the both tanks, 6 peppermint shrimp for the 38-gallon tank, and we got a coal tang and a sailfin tang and a orange shoulder tang. So I'm going to let these guys acclimate for as long as I can. It is a cold day out, but the house should be warm, so the water that they came in was pretty cold. Try to get them acclimated, warmed up, and get them in the tank. These tangs are a lot bigger than advertised, which is nice. They were all advertised as really small, 2 to 3 inches, and you can see that they're A little bit bigger than that, but that's nice. Alright, so we'll get these guys acclimating for a while, get them in the tank, and show you what we got. Alright, so while these guys are acclimating, I thought I'd just shoot a little video of the tank. One thing I don't show in here very much, because of how cool my chalices are, and how much I really enjoy them, I don't show the zoas in this tank very much. And there's actually about at least 20 different zoas in here. So I thought maybe I'd kind of show them for a change. Show all the different zoa frags that are in this tank. And group along that wall there. And coming up, there's a nice couple big groups right there. And coming up this way is more zoas. Some rastas right there. And did I get all of those back there? And as you keep working your way around the tank, we have 4 more zoas there. And coming up, there are 4 more in there. And if you peek through there, there's a colony back there. I guess that's about it. These ones here are I actually have 3 colonies of these. I do not remember the names. And see if I can show you. Yeah, I have 1 more colony that moves around the tank. My sea urchin decided to pick him up some zoas along the way one day. And I took them off of him and actually planted them right there. And so he went back and went to this bunch of zoas right here and was able to pull him, where'd he go, pulling a bunch of those off. So that's what he keeps along with those snail shells. So I've kind of let him have those that time, and he seems to be happy with them. So about 20 different planted zoas and 1 moving. Gotta like it. Alright, everything else in the tank is doing well. All the SPS frags that I added actually still doing really good, which is nice. The bad in the tank was the sand sifter goby did jump out, even though I do keep a glass lid on the tank. There's about I have the top part off, the front half off right now, so actually keep it closed like that. And this gap here, which is not even 2 fingers, he was able to jump out of and made it on the floor. And I found my dog licking him in the morning. Picked him up, he was still alive, put him in the tank, he did swim away, and later that day he apparently became crab food, so he didn't make it. I don't know how he found out his way out of that little gap, but he did. So hopefully these bigger tangs won't have that issue. They are still acclimating in the buckets. Sailfin tang is doing really well. In fact, I gave him a little piece of food and he went right for it and did start doing a little bit of eating in the acclimation bucket, which is kind of cool. This is the first group of fish that I've bought online, and like I said, they came from Reef USA. I got all 3 tangs, 20 snails, and 6 peppermint shrimp all shipped for, was $102 with shipping. So good prices, nice size fish. I don't think I could have picked them up anywhere for that price, not all 3 of them, and definitely not with those 20 snails and shrimp. So happy with what I got, and we'll see what it looks like in the tank. Alrighty guys, so the tangs are in the tank and doing well. I let them acclimate for just about 3 hours. Offered them some food during their acclimation, and the orange shoulder tang, which you can see is a juvenile, not a lot of color on him yet, he did eat. So the other 2 didn't. But I'm hoping now that they're in the tank and relaxing a little bit, or seem to be getting to normal. The sailfin has had his fin up most of the time. It's just starting to come down and he's swimming around a little bit more. When I introduced them into the tank, I introduced all of them to the back of the tank, and they all stayed back there and hid for about 15 or 20 minutes, and now they're all out front, where most of the fish seem to hang out. I thought by splitting this tank in half with the rock work and leaving just about as much space in the back as there is in the front, there would be some fish behind the rocks, but for the most part all the fish hang out in front. So I'm going to introduce some food to them in a little bit and see how it is they do, but so far everybody's doing well. We'll check back in a couple hours. First time I've kind of walked up onto the tank since I put them in. Alright, check back later.